stop the stream. We need to just keep going. It won't record back up front. We should delete some backup files later on. Okay? But it's on. Send it to YouTube. Okay? So just leave this like this, and everything's good. Okay. Thanks for the instruction.
So, good evening, everyone, and a very warm and friendly welcome to this evening's Sunday's guided meditation here at Cittaviveka's Buddhist Monastery. As most of you know, at the moment, a lot of the monastics, they're on their winter retreat. So Ajahn Kachana kindly asked me to lead this evening's guided meditation. And so we're a bit short on staff, so I'm happy to kind of fill in for the moment and try my best. Just to give a bit of an outline for this evening's guided meditation, kind of following up with a bit of Ajahn Kachana with the breath, but using, the breath as a kalyana mita, as a good friend. And it's something I've used in my monastic practice for quite a while, and I continue to find it very helpful. So being good friends with the breath. But before we can start with evening chanting, so we can start with dedication of offerings on page 19 in the dark brown chanting book in English, followed by the Buddha's words on loving kindness, which would be on page 37 in the dark brown chanting book. To the Blessed One,
the Lord who fully attained perfect enlightenment, to the teaching which he expounded so well, and to the Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, to these the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, we render with offerings our rightful homage. It is well for us that the Blessed One, having attained liberation, still had compassion for later generations. May these simple offerings be accepted for our long-lasting benefit and for truly enlightened and blessed one, I render homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One.
The teaching
so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dhamma.
The Blessed One's disciples
Who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha.
Now the Buddha's words are not becoming. Now let's chant the Buddha's words on loving kindness.
This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties, and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another, or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, free from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being free from all sense desires, is not born again into this world.
So, so this evening we can start with just settling into a comfortable posture. If we find sitting on the floor works for us, that's great. If we feel like we need to use the chair, that's also fine. The most important thing is to feel a sense of comfort and ease with yourself, and also to feel a sense of being upright, a sense of uprightness, both physically and mentally. A sense of being upright and alert, present, happy to be here, happy to breathe and feel and to be alive. I always find a good way to start up the meditation is to establish mindfulness or to recollect our aspirations. So this evening, we've all gathered here today, tonight, in this Dhamma hall, with this wholesome, unifying, and noble aspiration to cultivate our hearts and our minds. And if we can step back for one moment to really value and to see the importance and significance of that, what it means to cultivate your heart and to cultivate your mind. In this world, there's so much confusion and violence and chaos. And here we are. We're all gathered here, just a handful of people in this room. Breathing in, breathing out, and being a force for wisdom, for non-violence, and for peace in the world. I think that's pretty amazing. So to really feel that, and to really appreciate that for a minute or two. Someone once asked Ajahn Lee, he's a great meditation master in the Thai forest tradition. They asked him, why do you teach breath meditation? All you get is the breath, and that's pretty boring. And Ajahn Lee told him, if that's all you see, then that's all you're going to get. And the insight is, the breath, it's not a grim chore that you have to do at all forsaken hours in the morning or day. But it's how you perceive the breath. How do you look at the breath? How do you look at it in ways that makes you interested, that makes you want to be with the breath? It's almost like you're in the midst of friends and families and good companions and kinsmen. It's a place where you want to be. So this evening, we can spend the remaining of the time to cultivate the perception of the breath, being a Kalyana Mitta. Kalyana Mitta is a Pali word, Pali term. It can be translated as a good friend or an admirable friend. Everyone in the world wants a good friend. So if you can make the breath your friend, then anywhere in the world you go, you always feel like you're in the presence of a good friend. Start by gently closing our eyes or softly keeping it open. There's no task that we need to complete. There's nothing we need to improve. Just to be here in the present moment, breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the sense of presence in body and in mind. And gently reminding ourselves we're not here to control the breath. We're not here to force the breath, but just allowing it to be present in awareness. Almost like we're meeting an old friend, an old, wise and skillful friend. We don't try to control them. We just recognize their simple presence. Breathing in. And breathing out. Touching the present moment with the breath. With each in-breath and out-breath. To dwell in the present moment. Touching it with the breath. Feeling a sense of being alive and present, happy to breathe and happy to feel. Most of us here, in our lives, we're all searching, we're all seeking for a good friend. Some of us may already have good friends, but a good friend is someone you can rely on, someone you can trust, someone that supports you and stays with you through the ups and through the downs. In many ways, the breath is very similar to that good friend. It has been with us since the beginning, since birth, and it will be with us at the end. It doesn't judge us, and as long as life lasts, it will not abandon us. It's always here, a stable and friendly presence. So just take a moment or two to recognize that quality of the breath, a stable presence, a good friend, the home base of energy. Feeling the breath from the palms of the hand to the soles of the feet. Breathing in and breathing out. And we can allow the breath to spread towards the face. Allowing good breath energy to flow through the face, relaxing the muscles in the face, opening the pores in the face. You can allow yourself to feel the sense of friendly energy, like a smiling energy. You can imagine the face of a friend or a loved one, of a teacher or an ajahn, a gentle smile, And allow that smile just to pervade the face. Friendly and smiling energy towards the face. Allowing the forehead to soften. Allowing the eyes to rest. To feel the sensations in the eye. To feel whatever tension there is in the eye. And to breathing into the eye. Friendly and wholesome energy into the eye. And allowing the jaws to relax and to release. Just allow ourselves to be with that friendly presence within the face for a little bit. Sometimes in our daily lives, we can be so filled to the brim with so much activities, so much thinking. We can spend hours and hours just thinking. Sometimes we can feel overwhelmed and the brain can feel overworked. Our head becomes tight and crumpled, and sometimes we can feel tense, agitated and insecure. So taking this opportunity to be a good friend to the brain, releasing and discharging, relaxing tension and stress from the brain. Tension and stress from the face. And we can even say thank you, brain, and thank you. Breathing in, breathing out, and allowing that friendly energy to pervade the whole body. Sometimes what I find helpful when I close my eyes, when I come to sit to meditate, what helps me feel is a sense of warmth and friendliness within is an image you can use. You can imagine coming back, from a long journey and you haven't seen family or friends or kinsmen or good companions in a long time. You've come from hostile places, lonely places, and it's the first time in a while you've seen loved ones and friends. And you can imagine, you're opening up the door and it's bright, a bright light, and you feel this sense of warmth and goodwill and love. And the feeling of being in the presence of people that have your sense of well-being in mind, being in the presence of loved ones. And that's the feeling we're trying to cultivate when we feel we're in the presence of the breath, when we breathe. We're really allowing ourselves to feel we're in a safe place, we're with a good friend, to feel that sense of warmth and well-being, and allowing that to flow down the neck and along the shoulders. Releasing tension and stress from the neck and from the shoulders and from these cracks and crevices that tends to store up tension in the body. Just imagine a friendly energy releasing these areas, releasing the tendons from tension and stress. Spreading down the neck, along the shoulders, down through the arms and through the hands and the fingertips. Breathing in, breathing out. Clean, clear energy, friendly presence throughout the body, throughout the tips of the finger. And for the next 5 minutes, we can allow ourselves to explore this sense of a friendly presence within the body and harmonizing that sense of warmth and friendliness with the breath. very, very gently, very carefully, we can bring our attention to the heart and to the chest. Breathing in. And breathing out. A happy breath gives a happy heart. A happy heart gives a happy breath. We can allow ourselves to feel a smiling energy in the heart. The heart smiles and relaxes when the breath flows through. The breath, the miracle of life, the breath of life that pervades the heart, flows through the entire body. Allowing ourselves to feel all the organs and molecules opening up with each in and out breath. A happy heart and a happy breath. A mantra that comes to mind is breathing in. I smile at my heart. Breathing out. I am so grateful for every waking moment it works to keep me alive. For allowing me and giving me the opportunity to love, to laugh, to learn, and to live this human life. To be grateful for this human life. Breathing in the present moment. I know it's a wonderful moment. We can allow ourselves just to spend 5 minutes just breathing and feeling. Happy to breathe. And happy to feel. and to and to remind ourselves what we're doing here is we're learning how to cultivate and to develop wholesome and skillful emotions with the breath, how to cultivate skillful perceptions with the breath. So in times of pain, in times of suffering and illness and aging and sickness, we have a sense of a refuge. We have a safe place within that we feel we can come to. We feel safe and we feel at home. We have a refuge when the ship starts to sink. And allowing the breath to flow through the lower parts of the body, through the lower abdomen and the organs, along the calves and the legs, and through the soles of the feet and the toes. Relaxing and releasing stress and tension from the body. And we're gradually starting to wind up. And now, closing off, you can allow all the pathways in the body, all the channels in the body to connect up. Allowing the breath to connect through the various parts of the body, to feel this wholesome presence, as if the whole body breathes, breathing with the whole body. All the cells and organs and molecules are breathing, living organism, breathing in. And breathing out. And we're gradually learning to be a good friend with the breath, to be a good friend with the mind, to be a good friend with whatever object of meditation we choose, whatever themes of meditation we choose. Because anywhere in the world you go, you're not always going to be with family. Sometimes you're going to be by yourself. Sometimes you can even find yourself in dangerous places, unfriendly places. So if you really have this sense of being in the presence of a good friend, if you learn how to make friends with the breath, friends with the mind, then wherever you go in the world, you always feel safe. You always feel you're at home. You always feel like you're in the presence of a good friend. So I'll close off with that for the evening. And gently we can open our eyes, feeling the body, and close off with some evening chanting. You can chant the verses of sharing and aspiration on page 33 in English. Now let us chant the verses on sharing and aspirations. Through the goodness that arises from my practice, may my spiritual teachers and guides of great virtue, my mother, my father, and my relatives, the sun and the moon, and all virtuous leaders of the world, may the highest gods and evil forces, celestial beings, guardian spirits of the earth, and the Lord of death, may those who are friendly, indifferent, or hostile, may all beings receive the blessings of my life. May they soon attain the threefold bliss and realize the deathless. Through the goodness that arises from my practice, and through this act of sharing, may all cravings and attachments quickly cease, and all harmful states of mind, until I realize Nibbana. In every kind of birth, may I have an upright mind, with mindfulness and wisdom, austerity and vigor. May the forces of delusion not take hold, nor weaken my resolve. The Buddha is my excellent refuge. Unsurpassed is the protection of the Dhamma. The solitary Buddha is my noble guide. The Sangha is my supreme support. Through the supreme power of all these, may darkness and delusion be dispelled. And now the closing homage on page 16. Page 16 in the dark brown chanting book. The teaching
so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dhamma.
The Blessed One's disciples
Who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha.
Okay, now, let's see. So we, first off, we can say goodbye to our live stream, sort of participants. And so the remainder, tonight is not only Sunday, the guided meditation, but it's also a lunar observance day.